She was a natural in front of the camera.
Hey, honey, look what I bought.
2 actors.
Living large in Florida.
I like it.
She was totally enamored, totally taken in.
He was a complete package.
They had a really good chemistry together. You could see it.
They become obsessed with each other.
Just a little.
So do.
And they start this love affair. Then it turned into something much worse.
You see a figure face down on a massage table.
It sent chills down to my spine.
I'm investigating the murder of Stu.
The hair on my arms is standing up now thinking about it.
It was a whodunit.
Is this revenge? Is this jealousy?
He was into some kinky stuff.
In the end, it was more twisted than anything Bonnie and Clyde ever really thought of.
No remorse, no conscience, no nothing.
Investigative reporter Rita Cosby is here to kind of peel back some of the layers of this bizarre story. Welcome, Rita. So talk about what happened here. This really is a bizarre story.
It is a wild story, Cheyenne, and it really involves lust, greed, and murder. A very well-to-do businessman. He goes to a strip club, then he decides to take a wild party back to his house. And there's video cameras, there's a couple there, and he also hires a famous porn star, a stripper, who goes by the name of Sunny Day. And the last time that this man is seen alive, he is found face down in his home in a massage table. And authorities find out from his cousin who comes over that he has been murdered. So it starts this wild whodunit and this wild cast of characters. This is one of the most incredible stories. I've covered a lot of true crime stories. This is one of the wildest I have ever followed.
And when you talk about this cast of characters per se, who was at that party?
Yeah, there was a couple that knew this businessman, and they remembered that he invited this porn star, this person that he had had over before. Turns out this porn star, who goes by the name Sunny Day, is not just a porn star. Her real name is Amanda Logue, and she's actually a small town mom from Georgia, a mother of a 6-year-old daughter. She's also married to a former law enforcement officer. She has this whole other double life, and authorities track her down, and she says, well, the last time I saw Dennis, I was giving him a massage. He fell asleep on the table. That's the last time she says she saw him. But it opens the floodgate, and it turns out she's not the only character in this horrible, horrible case. Turns out there's another porn star who's also leading a very fake, different life. This is a wild story, and there are so many twists and turns. And authorities also, who have covered a lot of cases in that area, say this is one of the worst cases they have ever seen, because the scene was so gruesome, so horrific. A really tragic story, but also just so many unbelievable characters. And again, this is a true life crime story, which makes it even wilder.
Yeah, I mean, some of the facts and things that are coming out without obviously giving away too much, it is like a movie, the things you can't make up. Tell us a little bit more about Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis is a guy, he goes to a strip club. He's a businessman. He used to also own a tattoo parlor, and he owns a repo business. And in that business, you make a lot of enemies. And that's why it made so tough for authorities to track down who was responsible, because they said, well, maybe it's someone through his business. And then when they found the scene, that gruesome scene again with him dead on the massage parlor, they suddenly realized, okay, well, it looks like he was having a wild sex party. They also see that some of the videos are missing in his camera. He used to videotape things. They found sex toys. And then they found nearby also, they found what appeared to be the murder weapon. They also found a number of other items, and they said, well, wow, this criminal, whoever committed this, is not that smart. But then it turns out there's a lot of twists and turns. It's not who they expect. And a lot of it also leads to electronics, how they piece this case together, who was texting who at the time. There are just so many of these wild, chilling angles. And this is one of the craziest cases I think that our viewers will ever see. They're going to see it, of course, tonight at 10 o'clock here on HLN. But this is one of the most fascinating, wildest cases, and authorities said this was one of the most interesting and also bizarre cases and tragic cases they've ever covered too.
What do you think we can expect to see in the show tonight without giving away, you know, too much of it? But it seems like obviously there's some details to be told.
Yeah, Cheyenne, so many details to be told. First of all, you kind of go, how could these people be living such double lives? Not just Amanda Logue, but she also moves and she gives up her entire life in this small town and suddenly meets this guy, goes into the porn business. They become obsessed with each other. And again, he's also leading this other double life. He has a fake British accent. He says he's in the military. It's these sort of wild cast of characters with all these different layers to it, who fall in love, and then it turns out she's got this other life. And also very chilling when you hear some of the testimony of some of the players involved. You'll be surprised what the motive is. It's not what you think. There are surprises at every part of this, I think, from beginning to end. And that's what makes this true life crime series just so unbelievably fascinating. And this story will make you go, gosh, people are not who they think they are.
Oh, well, that's certainly a tease. I can't wait to see it. Rita Cosby, thank you so much for your expertise on this. Looking forward to seeing the show.
Thank you, Cheyenne.